expectant.
I'm expectant.
Yeah, they give out songs after the year. They give out songs like Extremism is lit, man.
Yeah.
This is the future.
Come on, it's the future.
They don't want you to see it.
Imagine going to church in 3D or 4D.
Word.
That means everything the preacher says you see.
And you even feel it. You feel it.
So you know when
The spirit to touch you, feel
you
it.
know when they're doing deliverance and they say breathe. You know,
Breathe.
Has the pastor ever
No,
done?
but don't.
And you got the whiff?
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
Not even that.
No,
you know the mics in church.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Back in the day, have you ever
Yeah,
sniffed
bad.
Yeah, they were dry fast and
Dry fast.
constantly.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Where's Your Head Arts Podcast. It's your boy KD.
grooves.
Guys,
Oh, damn.
and we have a second time guest.
It's me, Nesser. Y'all didn't want to bring me in 2022, so I said, come back in it.
You went on last year.
No, I was 21 when you
mad.
guys, before you came here.
I guess you're counting.
I'm actually screaming.
Yeah.
I guess you're counting.
So I'm a head out.
Yeah, no. We are good. Nesser, talk to me. How is your life, bro?
Life is good, man. Life is chill. It's been a slow start to the year.
But it sounds like
I'm
you're
no,
expecting bad news.
I was
On
gonna
me.
say.
no. God knows I'm working on my presenting. Nesser, so tell me about
Oh my God,
six
this guy.
in the.
Presenting or
First of all, before we start, shout out to the new set. Still looking
Yeah, it's
good
nice.
on that. Yeah.
Guys, we're just freestyling though.
We might change next week again. We never know. Please, God bless you. You want to grow the subscriber count? Go and subscribe. If it's red, it's a bad sign. I won't
Yes.
tell you what it means, but it's not a good sign.
Think about red. Think about red. What does red
about it.
signify?
So say
It's danger.
Accept this sign. Accept this sign.
That's a glorious red.
But if it's not,
Shining red.
but you need to change the color so you can blend it to the background.
My God.
And that will allow you to now focus on what you're watching, which is awesome.
My God.
You know? And then,
Praise God.
if you see anything that tickles your fancy, anything that make you feel happy, and make you feel fulfilled, just comment it. Just say, thanks for making me laugh. You know?
So if we make you laugh today, say thanks.
If you're watching it on a Monday, say happy Monday.
Okay.
If it's a Friday, say happy Friday.
My God.
Even if it's a Thursday, say thankful Thursdays. You know? Be
Tommy.
thankful.
Tommy, let this be the last.
Thankful Thursday.
Thankful Thursday.
So, yeah, it's quick.
I
You're
hear
quick,
it.
you're
I
quick,
hear
you're
it.
quick, you're quick.
What's Tuesday again?
But Tuesday
Is-
Thanksgiving Tuesday.
What about Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Worship.
Working Wednesday. That's when you focus and work hard.
Yes,
Come on, now.
my God.
You know, anyway, do the needful.
Just like.
Just like and subscribe.
Go
Like.
just like and comment and subscribe. There's many things there.
Baby steps.
Guys, I know this is like we're begging, but just do
We are
it.
begging. Listen.
Yo.
Engagement.
Boys, real quickly, yeah. Oh, and Nesser, what the hell?
Bro,
Real
boys is a gender neutral term.
Yeah, so it's okay if I just say boys and
Boys, boys,
Yeah.
bro.
Lads.
It's not like we official them or them things.
Yeah,
I was.
that's-
So I,
You know that was funny, man. Someone go, you know when it's man them, he say them.
them. Yeah, them. I couldn't believe he did, like, he corrected the girl as well. She goes, you know, fisherman, and he goes, yeah, what I'm like, I would love to be a fisher them. And I said,
No, but the thing
But
is, he didn't even roll off his tongue
He
like that.
stuttered as well.
yeah,
Them.
fisher them. It's
Sam
not.
Smith is like, he's a good bloke. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know. Let's be real, man. I think he's taking his thing mad different, bro. I think he's taking his thing to the.
Wherever next sphere he can take it,
No,
Yeah.
or they can take it.
Them.
Them can take it. Them and them.
Don't cancel me, please.
Sorry, them.
I was only joking.
How did he go from like, so won't you stay with me?
What's his new song now? Unholy.
Unholy.
Ah, crazy.
I don't.
That's the chance.
I hate I know the melody because that shit is everywhere.
No. Listen, I know I didn't really love too much. What's this girl's name? Ariana Grande's God Is a Woman, but the song bangs.
Yo, yeah, I'm focused on that.
What?
God is a what?
The live version.
I can't sing it.
The live version.
Bro, crazy. Would you stop? No, I don't agree with all this. I heard somewhere. So was it you guys that were saying to me last week that I think they're trying to change God, as in get him gender neutral or something.
Catholic Church.
Yeah, Catholic
They're trying
Church,
to change it to.
Yeah, literally we posting all of that.
And I
Keeping
say
us updated
and
on
I
the-
just say class. That
the
can even be a
changes.
good thing or a bad thing. You take it as it is.
Yeah,
Class.
I think.
So how would they? What would be the new name of God if they're gender neutral?
No, you won't say he's able. You say they are able.
able.
And you know what? It's
makes
contractually
sense.
still alright.
Makes
Contractually
sense.
still alright.
In the beginning, say let us make man in our image.
So that means that the Trinity 3 in 1.
God's
So
been ready.
God's ready for the change.
God has foreseen it.
Oh God.
God help us.
Should we go into quickly? I think I was driving to church this morning. And
Praise God.
come on, Jesus is good.
For the little thing, just thank God.
Be grateful. So I was.
My cheeks are already.
What?
Pause.
Your cheeks
Wait,
are
Nesser,
warm.
what's good?
I was about to say-
Yo, what's good?
Big pause.
What's good,
What are
sis?
your cheeks
I was
doing?
about to say my cheeks are already sore from laughing.
Okay, yo, like
The ones on my
On your
face,
face.
obviously.
Alright, okay.
because you
That's
know.
that's exactly what I thought of anyway. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So I was walking. I was driving, and I saw from far a woman walking, and I kind of said, "That's a black woman," because of the way she walks.
I heard.
No, not even anything like mad. I just like I could just.
This guy's already hearing it. What are you hearing, bro? What are you hearing?
Say you see someone from behind, you can tell if it's an Asian. If it's
Yeah.
a white
Why is
woman,
it
if it's a
behind?
black
Why
woman.
couldn't she
No,
stop in front of you?
not even. Okay,
Because
in
then you can
front,
obviously tell.
in front you can see the face, but from behind I was like, that's not even like.
And it's not even like
sexual.
The back or
She
just the
didn't
way
even have a
The
back
lack
waist.
thereof.
Do you know what I mean? It was.
It's the word they use. The lack thereof.
So one has back, one has the lack. That's biblical. That's biblical. The lack thereof.
Still, the lack thereof.
KJV. Yeah, but I could just tell that was a black woman, and I was like, because this has been a thought, but I thought it was like a weird thought, but like I could tell, like instantly when someone's walking, guy, woman, because black women have a split. No, they all don't walk the same, but they all walk the same.
There's a
I
swag.
don't know.
You don't agree?
It's not that I don't agree. I've just never like
Check.
observed that. Like
I won't say I agree personally because
Yeah?
I've seen some weird ass walks. I'm like,
No,
that's-
no.
that's
She
a-
probably grew up
that's
in
a-
like Cavan. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's a Siobhan, and then is it Bukola?
Where did Cavan come from?
Just think about Cavan. I hope we don't have any followers on
I
Cavan.
don't think about Cavan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they probably.
Cavan's like Navin.
I won't lie to you. Anyway, that's not Dublin here. Them man are weird.
relax.
Wow, relax.
Relax.
Nah, come on, guys. We're trying to go on tour
Relax.
this December. Cork stand up. Galway stand up. What?
Waterford. Thank you.
Sit down. You might have a college though, innit?
What does that have to do with me? Like,
Is there water for college?
yeah, Waterford IT. Yeah, it was the biggest IT, and then they put it together with Carlo IT, and then it's like a multi-campus. Something.
So Carlo's not too far from Waterford.
Nah, it's about 30 minutes.
Oh,
It's
right,
between Waterford, Dublin and Waterford. It's
Oh,
like-
okay.
It's like an hour from Waterford, an hour from Dublin.
But I heard people from Cairo don't really graduate like that. That's why I heard.
I didn't go to college in Ireland, so I don't know. Like,
That's just why. If people in the comments comment if it's true or not. I just heard this from somewhere.
Some people for Kylo don't got you.
that's
No, it's at loan.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
I
don't
should
hear
not
that
go
one.
with because I've heard about Galway.
No, never. I know a couple about
Galway
that.
graduate. They just
Galway
all
graduate.
traumatized by the
Yeah.
time they get there.
At loan
No,
don't
actually,
graduate.
this is that they graduate late.
Bro,
They repeat like
I know enough man have been there for 6.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? 6.
That's that
Man doing
time.
prison sentence
That's
in there.
time.
Yeah.
They're doing time.
Man comes out buff.
Did you guys watch Ant-Man?
Sick.
I think. Did you watch it?
Nah, I haven't seen it yet.
I think it's rubbish.
What is Ant-Man? Because when I hear Ant-Man, that's not a superhero to me.
Well, technically, he's like what? He's like Batman without the money.
Okay.
Like,
Kind of, but then he used that. His main thing is the quantum whatever to
Yeah,
shrink
he
in
just
size.
has a suit basically.
Yeah.
What's his superpower?
Shrinks in
Shrink.
size, like
And
enlarges.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So
And then he
ants
can,
and then
like,
man.
he can control the ants as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Can he actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
in
done
in
it.
this movie, is that what they went
No,
into?
in this movie he didn't. The older guy that created the suit did.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
in the older movies he was
That's
controlling the
cool.
ants.
Control ants.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I personally think watching it. So I'm not. First
You're
of
not a
all,
big Marvel
I'm
head,
not the
right?
biggest Marvel head, but I would watch every Marvel movie
Have
that
you
comes
seen
out.
every single one?
Yeah, I've seen like not every single one of them, but I've seen
I know.
like 90% of them. Do you know what I mean? I watch like every time a new Marvel movie comes out, I watch it. But I think yesterday I was watching it and I was thinking, oh, this is all. Maybe I just got fed up of like superhero type of stuff. Like, I know what the I know what the plot is gonna be in a sense. Like broadly, like
like the good guy will always win.
yeah, and you know, one thing I was realizing every time in every movie, right? There's someone, not every movie, but like you know, when these like when they're fighting or whatever it is, you know, the villain versus the hero, and they're fighting, and you know, the villain's about to kill the hero because he's on the floor, like, and the villain's about to kill, and then somebody else, you know, that was, you know, in the scene, but you know what I'm talking about, that random person, maybe the daughter of somebody,
And just
comes
saves
and shoots the villain and saves the day. Like, that stuff is getting boring to
What's
me.
your point? Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So I was watching Ant-Man, I was like, this is just a load of, like, it's so predictable. Two, it's like,
But isn't that every story though?
Yeah, it's pretty.
How many
like,
stories are there really?
There's
in-
infinite
like-
amount of stories, like, and
like-
then when you try to go too broad, it's a bit
there's
unrealistic.
love
like.
stories. Two people, they hate each other, they fall in love. You know, they presented that in many, many different ways.
of
But
course.
ultimately, it goes. Do you get me?
Was there a plot twist in Ant-Man?
Not
No,
necessarily.
there wasn't. There's been like
There usually isn't.
the thing
You don't need a plot twist if you have a decent plot, like, do you know what I mean? If it's
but the
meant to
plot is
follow a certain-
boring though.
I
Do you get what I'm trying to
do.
say?
If you can anticipate how it's gonna end, you need
Not
something that-
even, but sometimes you don't know how. Like, you know, like you might know the end destination, but how they get there. Sometimes the journey is what is where the story is built.
Technically, there was a plot twist with the post-credit scene.
Oh, I didn't even watch that.
But sometimes with Marvel,
I
exactly.
left. I left. It was that bad.
Sometimes with Marvel, they have like filler episodes to build off of, and it seems like this is probably what they're doing
Like
again.
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was a filler movie.
Yeah, like it's for you to understand the context because they can't do that in a whole ass
Do you
movie.
think Marvel are doing too much?
They've definitely come to a place
I don't
where
think they're great, man.
they can't keep it up.
Yeah,
'cause
after phase
they've
4.
done so many they've done so many films, like, do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
so
They,
many
they've
films
done
you
too
can make.
much. Yeah, they've like.
But the difference is we're getting to the stage where we have our favorites and we've seen them. Like there's people growing up right now that they'll be attached to what's coming out.
Yeah.
Like
I-
Disney Plus is putting out a bunch of stuff that I'm not loving, but it's not for me. Like
I genuinely liked the first Ant-Man.
You liked it?
yeah, it
Yes,
was decent.
It was good.
I liked it. Like that's why it was cool to watch the
But
second.
like
Second one was just a load of my bollocks, boys. Yeah.
the second one with the
Loaded,
Wasp,
was it?
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because this is the third one.
Also, the third one. Yeah, I watched the first two.
Did you like Aquaman?
Do you know what? It was. Do you know what? It was a dead movie, but I liked it.
I liked it.
Like, I liked it. But I thought it was a dead movie. Yeah.
In the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, you like Water Spirits?
Yeah,
You like the display of water things?
I liked it. I liked it.
Oh yeah. We're to all the like mammy girls.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Miami girl.
The mermaids and the man.
No. Someone being more brave with it these days. Yeah.
Huh? What you
Yeah. Someone like yo, like the water is calming and it's peaceful. Nah, come on, it's not.
What does that have to do? I'm so confused.
Wait, what kind of water? Like open water?
Yeah, like.
What's wrong with
Well,
that? Like,
hold on,
people,
is
wait, are you on about swimmers? Like people who
Nah,
swim?
nah, nah.
You're not clued
You're
in.
not including as in people that are flipping. Come on,
But Dave, is you river
That's it.
or
Come
sea?
on.
bro.
Because
See,
that will tell you the extent of their power.
bro,
That connection.
bro. See.
I'm lost, bro.
No, like
The
ocean.
Miami Water Spirits now.
No,
The
like
witches.
spirits. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like flesh in form of spirits.
What are you
So,
talking
like,
about?
Is it,
Get
is
me
it,
off
so
this mic, bro.
the ones you've encountered, they're sea.
Why is it always David encountering these spirits? Like, what are you looking for?
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm
river.
not. I've not counted CEO. No, please.
You've encountered river spirits.
Wait, I'm lost now.
No.
I'm lost.
I
I'm
haven't.
saying, you know, there's two different types of Miami Water. There's Miami Water that will go to the river.
Okay.
Now, when the powers may not be that strong. And then there's Miami Water that will go
Oh,
to
shock
the...
you.
No, but there's one that go to the sea.
If that river is dirty, that spirit has been there for
But
years.
there's one that
The
goes
Liffey, yeah?
The depth of the sea cannot be measured.
I hear you.
There's colonies under the water.
Yeah.
Colonies.
No, true. So I'm beginning to see them, show their face and stuff like that. But
But there was a girl on my Instagram. She was beside the river with her mom.
oh yeah,
That
come on,
was
that's
family
generational
Generational.
step
Family
down.
business.
I
Yeah.
said, I hail you. God bless you.
Well done.
Let me just remove you from my Instagram.
I'm so confused.
Big them up though.
Oh yeah,
Keep doing your thing.
that's what mommy water people say. I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Do you like swimming? Are you good at swimming?
Uh,
You can
I
swim
wouldn't-
like a fish.
No, I wouldn't say I love swimming, but I do like warm water.
That's it, you can swim like a fish.
Can you swim like a fish? I saw a video of one girl like really. she was swimming, yeah, but she did like the the mermaid type of
This
swim,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
that the whole body thing, and everyone just says, we know, we know, boys and women and girls, all of us, them, They,
Them.
what do you man think about this island is full?
Ireland is full.
Yeah. Have you heard about it?
Bro,
Oh,
I've heard
the
of it and
protest.
seen it. Like, and for me, I just think that, like, bro, globalization is actually a thing. Like, this whole countries belong to whatever, like, is stupid in the land of, like, in the times that we're in with globalization, people can't actually move anywhere. And I think sometimes, like, Irish people who are like that are quite, like, reductionist in their thinking because, like, for example, we think about the amount of places in the world that Irish people occupy. Do you know what I mean? Especially, like,
Australia.
east side of America,
Yeah.
like when obviously things were happening with
famine
the
and
British.
stuff, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's certain counties in Australia, like they literally call Perth like County Perth because that's where like there's a lot of Irish people
Irish,
there.
yeah.
So for me, I just think it's a bit reductionist to have that mindset. I also think that a lot of people are using it for their own agendas because when they start talking about, oh, you don't take care of the homeless people, between Ukrainians and now, I didn't hear anything about
Homeless people, yeah.
That's all.
You didn't care about homeless
That's all.
people.
Yeah.
So stop using it when somebody else comes in as your argument. You're using other vulnerable people's fight for your own things. That's what I don't rate about it. But they have a point. Like the government is a bit dumb sometimes, but you're using other people's
But
suffering
what's
for you.
the argument?
No more refugees. No more like
Why is it? Because they don't want them here, or
they don't want them here. They're taking our jobs. They're taking our houses. There's homeless
But
people.
that's like,
Bro,
it's
there's
just an
houses
excuse.
out there, man.
Yeah, is there
It's also not affordable. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
it's also their
Hey,
excuse.
brother.
It's also their excuse to kind of like just like I guess the inner rage that they
Yeah.
have, you know, like
He's been tickling them.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like it's like they're not saying. I think they're not saying it to like us, you know, that have been there, but have been here for a long time. But they're saying it to
That's the thing. Whenever I see that, there's always a fine line. Like, it's very easy for them to switch from them to us. Do you get me?
No, but they were against us. But once your status changed, there's not much they can do about it. Because this
Yeah.
also happened, early 2000s when
Yeah.
they changed, like, the referendum. Was there a referendum or whatever? When they changed, like, people's statuses and stuff like that. They've done this before.
yeah.
So,
But again, I think I just saw it randomly. I just saw like protests, like you know, we're full, bro. Like y'all get out.
When did you start seeing the protest?
Like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Okay. 'cause
2 weeks
we've been
ago.
on for a while.
Apparently, there's been like even like on the M50 or not M50 on
On
the
the way
motor.
to-
Yeah.
it
They're
was
blocking off
happening
like
near my end, yeah.
yeah, they're blocking.
Blocking roads.
Yeah.
Auger Street, Auger? Is that the street?
Angel Street.
Angel Street.
Angel.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That one.
Auger. Auger. Let's go Auger Street.
Alright,
Auger.
alright.
That sounds like a place in
they're
France.
blocking
Oscar,
roads,
okay.
Yeah,
and no one's running over them.
It's Ireland, bro.
you can't run over anybody.
They're coming out of the car and they're
what
joining
if,
them.
not run over, but what if you go slowly? Like you just keep going at like 5
You
kilometers.
just nudge them.
No, I like Irish people will make a meal of it. Like if you even touch the car or if you touch them, what? Oh my god! Like there was one time the Lewis broke down, right? Lewis broke down and someone shouts, "Me nanny's in hospital!"
Like, she's not in the Lewis, bro. Like, calm down.
Like they'll make a meal of him. I think it wouldn't be fair to generalize. I think I saw
Yeah, there was a
Yesterday.
protest against it yesterday.
yeah.
Anti-racism. And
yeah,
it was like, what,
anti-racism.
diversity, not division. Like,
Yeah.
look, I hear from just in general a human point of view. Like, if you feel like your country and your government is not doing what it should be for you, and then it's doing a lot for others, I hear that can be quite uncomfortable. But you shouldn't go with the refugees. You should go at your country.
At your government,
And exactly,
yeah.
and that's my thing with it as well. Especially when they start throwing in homeless people here and there. It's like, okay, like I didn't see anything pro helping the homeless outside of when you're pitting against other people.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's just for
Even-
me, it's just a bit.
Even there was a video going around maybe like 2 weeks ago of this guy was driving his car, and then there was a guy walking down the road and he just goes, "Are you from Ukraine? Are you?" And he tries to run him over with his car
Really?
because the guy said he was from Ukraine. Yeah, he tried to run him over. Like
Why
the
doesn't
problem
say
with
that?
these kind of beliefs is
Find out, man.
like it gives the crazy people or the people that are willing to do the
Extremists.
craziest thing, the extremists,
Yeah.
the freedom and the gall
Yeah.
to kind of
To step out.
to step out and
The far right community have been doing the thing for a long time in Ireland.
for a long time.
And do you know what I don't like is where they say, "Oh, we know that this is not a huge population in Ireland." Like, I think that point itself is also quite like you're not understanding the full capacity of it. It's not about how many people there are. Do you know what I mean? Like
the fact that
they're-
it exists.
They're very loud. It's the same thing like in America when Trump was going, they were like, oh, it's all the people from like lower socioeconomic status. Like it's not. A lot of these people are well educated. A lot of people are in places of power who dictate what people do and how people live. It's not just like they love to make it seem like it's the people who aren't really educated that don't know what they're talking about. It's not. There's a mixture of people that are doing. There's a lot of very well educated people that have these beliefs.
And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And, yeah, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
benefits them to
100%.
stand with their beliefs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a lot of them are very pro-capitalist as well. Like a lot of these things work hand in hand. It's not just a one-way isolated event. Like
Most people that even make the law, make legislation, that's them. To a T.
100.
Yeah, for sure.
T.
Yeah.
Especially in America. America is a whole different.
That might not too like way like I think it will- and I'm not even trying to be funny. I think it would take Jesus to come down to America and like transform.
Even then.
There's a place in America,
I said even
Even
then.
then.
Asbury, where they've been
The revival.
for like what, 5 days straight or something?
No, I think it's longer than that, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of weeks now.
What?
No, it's not a couple
Aylesbury.
1 week, yeah.
It's not a couple weeks.
Hey, as Aylesbury University.
Asbury, Kentucky or something like that.
What is this?
It's a university
like
that's having a revival at the moment. As in, so that they have been worshiping and praying and like having service.
Continuously for like a few days.
Yeah, for like about 7 days now, just like non-stop. And
For
people
what?
pray like it's just it's like we go to church today and then spirit moving so much and then we stay till Monday.
Like the whole town, like or just the church?
No, just the church. And
Oh,
then, and
okay.
then people from
People
like all over
travel from,
America.
like,
Oh,
they
okay,
drive for
okay,
like
crazy.
hours just to go there.
Yeah, I think I saw something quite interesting about that, right? So, it's a good thing that that's happening for sure. Somebody was saying that the problem so there's like revivals and there's revivalism, where there's people who kind of like very they kind of ruin what revivals really are because they
Hopping on the wave.
hopping on the wave, try and like make it, their thing. Where it's just like really, no, these people are just worshiping, doing their thing.
Apparently,
For-
there's like a lot of famous singers that tried to contact them,
Yeah, to come on, yeah,
and they said, "Nah, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about you guys.
yeah.
Let's do our thing. If you want to come, you can come, but stay in the crowd. It's
Stay in the
not about
crowd,
you."
yeah,
I
yeah.
hear it.
I hear it, man.
I hear it.
I respect it even, to be honest.
Yeah, I think like there is a massive difference. I think when I think about like my journey in knowing kind of what's going, like having some events and all these type of things there, like when emotions are charged, when everyone's like crying and stuff like that, doesn't mean a revival's happening.
So
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean like and we shout out revival, like sometimes it's just an awakening. Like you know what I mean? Sometimes you just like, hey, like just a little shake up, not necessarily something that was so dead.
But
that
the same
isn't-
thing happens in concerts though, like music and all
Man are
those
crying.
things. Like people in a crowd, like that is just very like emotional. Like
Yeah.
like you energies bounce off other people. So somebody could like you could be having a revival, but I could just be reacting to you having a revival.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It's not that I'm actually going through it as well.
Yeah.
It's a very natural feeling to see somebody else crying or see someone feel a certain way and almost like feel that too.
For them, yeah.
It's just human, like. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
just to even piggyback, music has an effect in itself.
Crazy.
Bro.
And worship music really hits you
Yeah.
where it's supposed to hit you.
I-
So like half of the time, you're just well,
Why you
Why are
laughing?
you laughing?
You have to say why you're laughing now.
Because you always, it hits you where it really hits you. And you go, just start laughing.
I'm like, yeah, it's true.
but like yeah, half of the time, most people are just responding to the fact that the music is doing its thing,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the spirits behind it.
Man are crying at like Beyonce concerts, man. Do you know what I mean? And no, really and truly, if the music is that good, think about it. You've heard like really emotional songs, like if someone died in your family, and you hear like I think it's been a long day without you, my friend. I start my key was
Very off.
it's been a long day without you,
Yeah,
my
just
friend.
stick to rapping.
Charlie.
Even that rapping, just
Yeah.
You relax. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, them man are crying at those type of concerts, and
I've seen. I was
Sorry.
watching-
There
I was
was-
watching Coldplay concert. Coldplay.
crazy.
People
Yellow.
are crying.
yeah. Look,
Yellow.
man put the hand up and do all this,
Crying in tears.
bro.
I said the spirit of God is moving.
There's a spirit.
There's
The
spirits.
of
I don't know if it's the Holy Spirit.
There's the spirits.
There's there was I forgot what I was gonna say. There was at a concert. Completely forgot what I was gonna
Beyonce's
say.
concert?
No, it wasn't Beyonce's concert, but yeah.
It's off,
Long time.
Speaking of concerts, Chris Brown. Yeah, so he came to Ireland, and I'm hearing.
A lot of people are saying it's better than Usher. Like,
I'm hearing
like certified now.
Yeah,
performance-wise in that.
performance.
hearing
No, of course not.
Of course not.
Of course not. Of course not. Now, I don't have much of a ground to stand on.
Because you haven't seen.
I haven't seen any of them, so I don't.
Someone that's seen both of them live said she prefers Chris Brown.
Yeah, I don't really rate her taste, but anyways, I'm not even joking, boys. So come on, like it's like come on. It's like
So is there a
Come on.
world in which Chris Brown, Usher can be? No, sorry, Chris Brown can be better than Usher.
of course.
No, I feel Chris Brown is better than Usher.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that he's better than Usher at. I just don't think
So
performance and
dancing.
yeah, for sure.
There's one thing I'll concede on. There's no way.
Singing.
Yeah, there's no way Chris Brown is
Usher-
better
Usher-
than
Usher is
Usher
better
at
than-
singing.
But see, here's where my argument like is based on. You're a performer. You're not a dancer. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
But that's part of performance.
part
of course.
performance.
wait. But think about it. You're a singer that performs.
Nah, you're doing too much.
nah.
That's like this is all like when people try to do like
compartmentalizing
strikers.
That's
Oh,
the
they're a good finisher, but they don't play well. Do you get me? Or they don't make runs. They don't dribble. Like you're taking one part.
No,
of
it
the
for me
whole thing.
if you do striker for a second, if you do striker, your main thing is to score goals. Right? But you could be a hazard that doesn't do much stats. I'm not saying hazard is a striker, but eye test is brilliant, but doesn't have the stats to back it up.
Yeah, but
Your
then-
main thing is to score those
Not
goals.
always, not always. It depends on your role in the team. If you play in a team that
It's good to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like if you play in a team that your job brings other people well to do their job, then you're actually doing your job.
Yeah.
If other people are scoring and it's because of your movement and stuff, you don't need to be the number one striker in your team.
Yeah,
like,
but
finisher in your
No,
team.
but you need
Strikers need to score goals.
strikers need
You need to score goals, yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean that that's
So
the only thing.
so
you
my
can do.
my argument
get
my
me?
argument is, right, singers, first thing is singing. Or am I taking it too far?
You're doing too much.
You are, yeah.
You're doing too much. Because what we
Wait, tell me, be honest. Am I taking the piss?
I don't think so.
no quality.
Well,
no.
you're saying
Okay,
that
both
doesn't
of them.
matter when it comes to
No,
performing.
no,
You're
I'm not saying that.
It's one thing, right? Okay, if you're saying singer, yeah, and then if you're saying singer,
How can you say when it comes to performing, you don't need to know how to
exactly,
dance?
he's doing too
No,
much.
I'm not
You
saying
do need to know
I'm
how
not
to
saying you
dance.
don't need to know how to dance.
in a
I'm-
performance, if let's say you're saying singing, yeah. If you're saying singing, then don't talk about concerts.
Okay,
If
so-
you're saying singing, just talk about the tracks.
But the issue is, okay, I watched.
Because they're
I-
singing on the track.
I watched a
No,
video. I watched
no.
a video of Chris Brown performing.
Yes.
He was doing this Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sang bad.
Yeah, vocals aren't good.
Yeah. Nothing else mattered.
Yeah, it doesn't
Whether I
matter.
could
But
dance or whether I could jump to the sky or do.
Yeah,
But is he a
360
bad
spin.
dancer
But
or is he a bad
this
singer? Is
concert-
that?
I know.
Yeah,
but
no,
this
I'm
saying-
saying-
what
I-
I'm
no,
saying
no.
is- What I'm
Yeah,
saying
of course.
is, you're singing
No,
as
no,
a singer.
I'm not.
Okay.
Is your fundamental.
Yes.
100%. But in that moment, he performed badly. He sang badly. It doesn't mean he's a bad singer. Those are two different things. Chris Brown can sing well.
Fair, that's
in
true.
that moment,
Okay.
he sang badly. Like a professional footballer
Sis,
can have a bad
I'm
game.
gonna have to disagree.
No. That's
so,
true.
like,
Sis, I'm gonna have to disagree a little
If he
bit.
sang badly in one moment, it doesn't make him a bad singer.
Right.
because you're not telling me that Usher
I
doesn't
promise-
have a
I
bad
promise you-
No,
performance.
but hold on. Like the issue is I'm holding Chris Brown to the highest.
100%.
Standard.
Yes.
Do you get me?
Yes.
So
Like,
nobody at the high standard has ever made like
No, no.
the wrong.
To
I'm
be
sure
honest-
Usher has that bad performance.
Exactly.
Of course.
Of course. What I'm saying
course.
is,
So what are we saying?
What I'm saying, my good sis, is this. Is
This my good
is
sister.
is what I'm saying is this, yeah. Chris Brown, as we're saying, fundamentally, if you're performing, well, the first thing is we want you to. For example, if Chris Brown's tracks were just running and he was just dancing, we wouldn't say it was the best performance
100%.
because he didn't sing, right? So first and foremost, we want you to come and sing your songs.
Okay. And
Right.
my question to you,
Yes,
sorry, before
yes,
you
my good
keep
sis.
going, is he not doing that?
Of course, he is.
So what's your
No,
point?
but my argument is that the argument here that the guys brought up was is Usher better? Is Chris Brown better? They think Chris Brown's a better performer than Usher, right?
Okay.
And I'm saying overall, when we look at both of them, when it comes to performance, Usher's vocal ability live is at an elite standard where Chris Brown's isn't. And I'm saying these are fundamentals to performing.
they're both at an
No, no.
standard.
No,
And-
not
and
elite
that's-
standard. Chris Brown is not
and that's
elite
my point.
vocally.
I feel like they've both gotten over the threshold.
Tommy, you
of
know singing,
elite.
man. Come on, you know
What?
singing.
I
You
think
know
they-
about vocals, man.
I know.
Okay,
They're
but
both
you
at an elite standard.
can't compare Chris Brown to a starter. Like Chris Brown, they both.
Oh, I
they
didn't say
both-
Chris Brown is a starter.
Usher might be better vocally consistently.
Well, so I don't really love the mic.
Do you know what you're doing, yeah?
He is better.
Do you see this, yeah?
Usher
I
is
couldn't
better
give a
vocally.
rat's. I could not give a rat's
Usher,
about this.
what I'm saying is Usher is a better vocal performer.
Can
than-
Usher sell out the tree, innit?
He has, but he hasn't come in a long time. I don't know if he could do it now.
You're changing the goalposts, and that's what I don't like.
No,
And you're changing it on technicalities
He
as well.
he has, but can he now? I don't know.
He can't.
But you don't know that either.
No, he can't. Well, because 1 day, 2 days, didn't he?
Yeah, he did too. No, 2 days in Ireland.
Island.
Yeah.
Island did 2 days, didn't
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but he's coming. He has
And come back in
2
March.
more days, I think. Yeah.
Oh, he's coming back here in March.
he? I'm Usher is out of
But guys, you're talking about popularity, and you're not talking about performance, guys.
Yeah, but
Can we be honest there? You're not talking about performance there. You're talking about like Drake.
yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
asked that question.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Chris Brown is still a better performer than Usher.
I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
and what do you base that on?
Everything.
the performance.
What's everything?
Even though
Singing,
Usher is a better
dancing.
singer than him, Chris Brown can still sing like.
Exactly.
Okay.
Still sing
At a high level.
at a high level.
At an elite level.
Do you know what? Yeah. Even no.
Dancing
no,
as
no,
well,
no,
like-
no. Do you know what? Even
Chris
if
Brown is wiping the floor with
Hold
Usher.
on. I think.
Wiping?
Yeah, nah.
Wiping?
You're doing too much.
So here's
Even,
my-
no,
you
even
What?
if- okay, listen.
No,
listen.
come
Can I-
on,
can I-
come on, you can't do that. You can't.
One. I agree with you.
Chris Brown is wiping the
No,
floor.
he's no, he's not. No, he's not.
Snow.
No, he's not.
So I agree with you, yeah. But let's say even if we take what you're saying, even if we take what you're saying,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Chris Brown and Usher is still not that different. Even if Chris
Yes.
Brown was here, even if Usher was here, like
Chris Brown is not far off him.
here. Exactly. So even
In
what you're
what,
saying.
like just in their
Performance.
But no, but that's what I said.
Okay,
Even if I
hold
didn't
on.
say I
I
agree
think-
with
I
him, I
think-
said even
I
if
think-
he's trying to make it seem like they're in two different ones.
Yeah.
They're,
They're not. No,
I think-
I'm not saying.
Let's just say Chris Brown does 10 shows, Usher does 10 shows, yeah?
Usher's doing a residency
No,
at
hold
the
on,
moment.
wait,
Yeah, go
wait,
ahead.
wait, wait.
In Las Vegas, selling out every night.
This guy stalks Usher
If Chris
every
Brown
day.
and Usher does 10 shows each,
Yeah.
Usher will body it 9 times, Chris Brown will body it 8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
So then what's the point of
Where's
this
that coming
conversation?
from? And you guys, you're saying, yeah.
no.
Where did he come
I'm
get
using
that
that to describe the difference between them. Do you get me?
No. Do you know
Like,
what, Tommy?
as in, the
from?
jump
Why
is
is Chris Brown one less than?
Tommy, I will add that the 8 times for me is vocally because he's putting too much on the
the
actual
dancing,
performance.
yeah.
Not that the whole overall is
Yeah,
8
exactly.
out of 10 times.
His-
As in,
his
we're-
vocal
because-
performance
as in,
will
because
be down.
This guy's only trying to fight vocally. So if we're saying vocally, yeah, I say Chris Brown makes more
But this is where you're this is where you're making this is where I'm arguing on. I'm not saying Chris Brown is rubbish.
your
no. I'm not saying
argument is just
I'm not saying
very specific,
I'm
like.
not saying he's rubbish because I asked him what is the different things that makes Chris Brown a better performer.
Songs as well, by the way.
Yeah. His songs.
Man performed for like 2.5 hours.
This is hurt my brain.
He performed for 2.5 hours.
Constantly, his own songs.
From 05 to 023, I believe.
Oh, 23. No,
From 05.
hear me.
And
go to it.
wait, it was asking
Come on,
them
Mike.
what song do you want? It was giving them a choice. So that is to say, moreover,
That's
he
it to
did
say-
he did perform all the
Therefore-
songs. He did perform all the songs.
Yeah, but hear me on this, boys. Yeah,
Ooh. Who has more hits?
It's
Hits.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown has more
Chris
hits.
Brown has
But
more
at
hits.
the same time, we can
Usher has
argue
more
that
classics.
You, oh my god.
you always have to get one over.
I'm not even wrong. I'm not even wrong. But hear me, Tommy.
What's the difference between the hit and the classic?
Classic is like
KD.
I like that answer.
That's absolutely it.
Bro, she got you, bro. She got you. Just have anything to say. Look at it.
I wish I was talking to informed people.
I love that answer.
Informed on Usher's life.
No,
I
informed
love
on
that
performance and what classic and hits are. They're very, very different.
Alright, go on, tell us.
Okay, so Chris Brown's hit would be.
I actually I agree with
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I don't understand.
So-
Okay, for example,
Inform us.
a classic would be
A classic would be what's that song Usher has?
Confessions.
Confessions.
Yeah.
And a hit would be Forever.
Oh.
Ever.
Okay, so are we
That's
not
how
saying
you
that?
be a classic as well.
Okay, but a hit will be no. For example,
Up against Confessions though.
Yeah, but not that song. You just
Yeah,
you just
those-
didn't
those
choose
like-
a Chris Brown classic.
Bro, and that
No,
song is very
I'm-
dependent on generations as well.
hear me.
Well, Confessions does go through 2 generations. To be fair,
The same could be said for forever.
At the
not.
cookout.
I don't personally, I don't think Forever is a song that we should be championing for Chris Brown.
True.
Like, I think
That's
with,
why it's a hit.
I think with you,
Yeah.
but you all you did was choose an Usher classic and then choose
No,
what
I
you
was
think is a
giving you an
Chris-
example
Okay,
of
so
a classic.
Of a classic hit, yeah.
So then, if we go for a Chris Brown classic, which I would say with you,
yeah.
exactly.
Or Claude.
Yeah, exactly. So just pick a classic versus a classic.
No, but
No,
we're
he
saying-
was asking
we're
for
giving
the-
an example of a
Oh,
classic.
okay, fair
and a
enough.
hit.
Yeah, so
But
if,
what I'm saying is when he said,
Subjective.
yeah, exactly. It's subjective.
yeah, no, okay. For example, let's leave Forever. Let's go for Heat. This group got you in Heat. Oh, you don't even know it.
I don't even know.
That's why I hate them.
So you're not even informed.
What's it like? Okay, what's that one?
Gotta eat the
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
That's more of a hit. It did its thing, but you won't call that a classic Chris Brown song,
Okay,
right?
but is classic. Hold on, is classic not dependent on time?
No, like there's like for example, I know that song is not going to be a classic.
But you won't be able to give me a current
Also,
Usher classic.
When can you
What you
classify
mean?
something as a classic?
Exactly. Because
No, time has to do with it, but
Okay.
you know immediately that this song is a hit.
don't always.
It's stuck in
Yes,
it.
always.
No, okay, maybe not always, but some songs are stuck in a time. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
I'm just gonna go on Spotify because
I don't know.
Is that thing on the spot?
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying, I'm not arguing that Chris Brown doesn't have classics. I'm saying that
so like,
Usher has
more
J.
classics
Cole's-
and Chris Brown has more
J.
hits.
Cole's no role models now.
classic.
Yes.
So
But-
that song is gonna transcend time.
No,
Yeah.
but the thing is, but also with time, it was a hit until we decided it was a classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. It is
Time
subjective.
definitely.
Yeah.
It is quite
Yeah,
subjective.
yeah.
It is quite
100%.
Or
subjective.
some songs just stay hits.
Yeah, you kind of maybe not all the time.
But
You
like,
know.
but like,
So what? Okay, one
that's the
second.
thing.
When
If
comes-
a song stays a hit, doesn't that mean it turns into a classic?
See, can I just say something?
Nah.
Where I'm gonna have to disagree with you is that a lot of Usher's classics,
Are from his first 3 albums.
exactly.
So
And
I'm not disagreeing with that.
and
Yeah, but that's
Usher just had
great.
the one of.
he had a good run.
Hey, Chris Brown has never done what Usher did.
I wouldn't say
For
that.
one
20
album.
million, yeah,
Come
we
on.
know.
There's only
100%.
who's in that class of 20 million? Very few. Not even Kanye's there.
100%, and that's great for him on that one.
Let's let you guys.
But
Let's let you
outside
guys
of that,
put some respect on the goat's name.
can we move from this conversation, bro?
Okay,
It's
no,
a bit dead
because
still.
no. But hear me, right? I don't want us to move away from it. The reason being is this. Here's why I don't want you to move away from it. Yeah. Here's why I don't want you to move away, because I haven't got my answer on performance. Right now, when we speak about performance,
It's
no.
very easy
I want to
not
land it.
make a mistake when you're just singing from the one album. To be fair, like I mean, and then maybe show climax in there. DJ got us falling in love with it.
So you're saying Usher's performed for one album? You're wrong. You are wrong. 8701, My Way, and Confessions. My good sis.
Oh
So
wow!
crazy.
Yeah, oh.
So you know what Chris Brown did 2005 to 2023. Yeah.
23.
Oh, exactly. This guy's doing 2002 to 2004.
What are you talking about?
Short time span.
Wait, you got it wrong again.
Oh, fam,
It's 97
It's obviously
Okay,
not
to
specific.
to 04.
Oh, whoa.
04, 05,
Sorry.
because Lovers and Friends came out after that as well. So hear me on this.
Good fight
No,
here.
wait. Let's speak on it. Usher Loki fell off.
That's not my argument is not
Your
that was.
argument only suits you. Your argument actually fits in a box.
Okay.
And everything
Of course,
outside of that
let's-
can't work.
that's how David argues.
Nesser, can you tell me what my argument
I'm not
is?
your good sis again.
Can you tell me what my argument is?
Your argument is Usher is blank within blank and only blank.
Never said that. I never said blank.
No. Fill in.
She said fill in the blank.
Fill in
My
as you
niggas
go.
are never
Because
said
every
blank.
time you have an argument, whether it's performance, whether it's songs, whether it's era, whether it's classic, you just say Usher is this because of this in this, and it's only ever within what you said. That's what you're
Yeah,
arguing
because
within
that's
the
when
box.
he'll win.
Exactly.
That's how he'll win his argument.
I'm talking. I asked you. Wait.
No, I was watching it there.
Wait,
I was thinking of what to say.
No, I wasn't thinking what to say. Hear me on this, right? Can you give me an argument why Chris Brown is better? And none of you have given me an argument why.
Because none of us are
wait.
obsessed.
Sorry, I didn't finish. I didn't. Can you give me an argument why Chris Brown is a better performer than Usher? And based on what you argue, I can argue my side.
Because you're ready for that. We are not. That's the difference.
So then why would you argue something you're not ready for?
You started
I mean,
this guy up the
Hold
camera.
on, you're the only one that cares about this.
Off the camera.
no, I didn't offer. I think
Oh my
This
God.
guy-
I love this conversation.
You're literally the only one that cares. No one else actually
Literally,
cares.
bro.
Because you have no argument, right? So what happens? What happens is this,
This
guys,
guy
yeah?
knows what Usher ate for breakfast, and he thinks
I
that
kn-
we can fight that. Like,
No, I don't. So,
Sorry.
him and this, yeah. If
Avocado on toast.
sprinkle
So-
paprika.
Egg white.
do you know what? I know the tactic, right? So the tactic is this:
You're not involved.
joke it off because you have no argument.
Oh,
Ma,
no. I'm hurting.
Give me a sec.
this guy actually turned off your camera still, you know.
No, it went off.
Camera on them? I don't know, man. I just feel like you're doing too much.
Yo, what's the timestamp so I can cut this out?
41. 41.
Hey.
21.
Like, that. Yeah.
Bro, it's,
It's
the
so
same as what
sus.
I'm too sexy for. What's that? Too sexy, way too sexy.
Yeah.
Man, like Future.
Run. Can you do something for me?
Your thing, 21. My thing would have gone off if my thing went off. As in, like, it would stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're back.
Nesser.
One sec. Yes, 1-0, Rashford. My God, that guy's doing his thing, man.
He sold his soul. I'm
Yeah,
telling
he
you
must
now.
have. He must have.
He sold his soul.
Oh my God, I think you're dark.
I saw him on TikTok, like answering, like put a thing to answer questions and stuff.
Rashford?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing like keepy up. He's like, oh, just ask me whatever. I'm replying a bit. So they're definitely trying to push his brand.
How can he be? I've scored in like the past 14 games or something.
Bro, the guy, when you go on a run like that, someone was saying,
God is even blessing him because he fed the kids. Who knows?
yeah.
Maybe that hyena is actually starting to kick in, but you know, Pogba's gone and that.
Oh, the I think when someone was saying like, is he in Ballon d'Or form?
It's too early for that though. Where is it?
Because of
Where-
age?
Because of
It's
how
January.
your team, because of the team is in. No.
When's the season
Yeah.
over?
May, yeah.
April.
So,
The first game.
so wouldn't you be able to tell us when he's in Ballon d'Or?
Yeah,
form?
that was.
I think right now he's in Ballon d'Or form, like form.
Form.
Yeah, but he won't win it. Yeah, he won't. Man,
Are
we're in the
you-
Europa League.
I was gonna say, are you using Champions League?
Nah, we're in Europe.
you're not winning.
Is
it.
he was playing in a city team? Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
is that form sustainable? The Ballon d'Or form that he's in right now?
Nah.
Why not?
He's not.
Why not?
He's nah.
If he took United from where they are right now, where are they? They third or fourth?
We're third.
Like
Listen, if
and
he's-
won
if
the
he's win the
league,
league.
yeah. If he
I
did
hear
it, became top striker and that, like Golden Boot, all of that,
for
you
now.
win the league. Yeah, it's too much of Ballon d'Or depends on your team as well, and or maybe even country. It's not
And
doing.
the trophies you
It's
win.
not doing either. Like exactly.
Bro, trophies you win is very important for that type of thing. But I think he, form of his life, it feels unstoppable, and we're loving it. Thank you, Rashford. Do you think? Right. So, are we going back?
No,
Why?
bro, I can't be arsed having that conversation. I'm so sorry.
He's been waiting.
Don't
Bro.
care, like
Yeah, the only one that cares, I promise
genuinely.
You want to go back?
Maybe if you argue who's better, no, let me not say that.
Go.
Is Neb last one?
Who? Was it someone spiritual? Sasha Cobbs or something? Is it?
They been getting attached to girls as well because she was playing for Beyonce.
She was praying for Beyonce.
And they,
Well, I think Beyonce needs prayer.
no, but they said the way she was praying for her, she was like, you like what she's doing. You're just praying that she keeps doing it well.
I hear it, but like no, everyone needs prayer.
You
Why
don't
not?
need to pray for Beyonce to do what she's doing well. She's getting her power from somewhere else.
My God,
Did you watch the Jackie O'Hare video?
Yeah, I saw it.
what happened in the video?
She was a big fan of Beyonce. So she said there was circumstances around her life where there's a lot of people around her giving things up. So she's like, okay, God,
Wait, people around who?
around her, Jackie, like,
Okay.
giving things up. I was like, okay, God, yeah, I can see her trying to talk to me.
Ah,
What do you want me to give up? And then she said she was at a salon when she prayed a prayer, and the first thing she felt in her mind was Beyonce. She was just like, what?
Beyonce?
Beyonce? And then she loves Beyonce for the arts and the blah, 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 all that stuff. And then the Holy Spirit told her, go do your research. And she went in and done her research. and then
Was it Black is King?
Black is King. She said no. She said the switch happened in Lemonade.
Okay.
Lemonade is when the switch happened with Beyonce, and reading her
Switch was always
lyrics,
there,
reading her lyrics, and then she now went into Black is King, and this girl, she's embodying all these orishas, and she goes, she didn't know about all these orishas.
Yeah.
And she said that she was one of those people that whenever someone would comment negatively about Beyonce, she'd be the one saying, "Oh, relax, you're doing too much."
Yeah.
Jackie
The way
Hill,
KD does with Usher, like,
Yeah.
so Jackie was doing that, and she even mentioned that like there'd be a lot of Africans she'd come across, and
Yeah.
because obviously we're aware of what orishas are, we'd be able to quickly point out that like, oh, that's demonic.
Yeah.
But she's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you're being over religious or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Until she did her research and then
I
it was
realized that that's
was
some
like,
serious
oh.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about the Beyonce situation in general, but I do think, like, as Christians, if you're putting anybody, like, so high up that it affects you that much, I do think that's an idol. Like,
Yeah.
because I was like, for me and Drake, I was crazy about Drake when he first came out, like 09 to 013 era, right? And it's like, I still love
was
Drake
almost
as an
my
artist. Exactly. No, 100%. And it's like,
Honestly,
it's just
I just wanna
anything that
be-
you
I just want to be successful.
yeah, that's not the
Oh.
I'm not sure that's how the melody goes, but
But I
You
just,
will
I
not
just,
dull
I
my
just think like
shine.
even without going deep into that, even Beyonce, whatever, even if it's Maverick City Music or whoever that you really like love or connect
yeah.
to, I think if you put somebody above God, like that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't
love.
matter what they're doing.
Like
So, I mean,
people are actually going crazy. There was a woman, there was a couple that had a fight. I saw it on Twitter a few times. Couple had Beyonce tickets came out, and the wife goes to the husband, "Yo, can you give me money to buy Beyonce tickets?" It's like, "There's no money, yo." And she's like, "What do you mean there's no money?" He goes, "You said you wanted to get married. I proposed. You said you want to buy a house. We are saving towards a house right now. Like let's focus on that. We don't have money for Beyonce tickets."
Yeah.
And she was just like, "No, I contributed like 700 quid to the house fund. Give me my money back.
she's tapped.
I want to buy-
She's
I
tapped.
want
She's
to
tapped.
buy
She's
Beyonce
tapped.
tickets." She said, "Give me my money back.
She's
I want to buy
tapped.
Beyonce tickets."
That's crazy.
That's
The
crazy.
father goes, "Come buy a ticket," and don't come.
100%.
Yeah.
oh, they broke up.
Yeah.
100%. That's
You
crazy.
wouldn't.
What do you mean?
Yeah. No. If you
Bear in mind.
I'm not sure that's breaking up.
He
100%,
saved-
bro.
Hold on,
For me, it is.
They both decided they were going to save for house. He saved a lot more. She's only putting 700.
But it's not for
And
me.
she's
Oh,
ask-
she only put 700.
and she's asking for that money back to buy Beyonce tickets.
How much are Beyonce tickets?
They're henching.
she's not the cert.
But for me, it's not even that. It's just that, like,
You've literally chosen Beyonce over your marriage.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Or even if it wasn't that, like, you have to sacrifice something, right? And back to
It's
how
Beyonce.
many times have I mentioned Mike Ross today? But it's not.
Mike Ross is
sacrifice-
Tim. It's Tim.
So, why am I calling him Mike Ross?
I don't know.
Mike Todd, yeah. If it's not. It's not like sacrifice unless it feels like it, right?
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
like if you are trying to do something and you have to,
You gotta sacrifice that Beyonce
100%.
ticket. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I know some people might think that that's trivial, but back to how you feel about somebody, right? Like, if that's what you need to do, you have to do that. Like,
I think the thing I liked the most about the Jackie
Hill.
Yeah.
Hill Perry video was she was very transparent about the fact that like she had to mourn
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I think Tim Ross says that as well. Like
You just
more
like-
more the like thing that you're leaving.
Yeah,
like
he
more
just
it.
goes like she loved Beyonce.
Yeah.
She loved her artistry, all of that. But she goes, "Listen, after coming to the truth, I can't."
Yeah.
And she had to like mourn that, park it aside, and kind of move on.
Yeah.
I really
That's
respected
what a
that.
lot of people do. They know the truth, but they just turn a blind eye.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really respected that because like most people always act like, "Oh yeah, just cut it off." It's not.
It's not easy. More it.
Especially when it comes to music and
Yeah.
how impactful music is and how much like from you might have heard the song at your lowest moment and it helped you through. You have a connection to that song that's just beyond just listening to it. You get me?
Yeah.
So
but
like,
clearly hers was a bit deeper as well. Like, it's
Yeah, it
like,
definitely
like
was.
for example, if somebody told me to cut off Beyonce, I don't need to mourn it. Like, I like.
Yeah,
Beyonce,
yeah. It's like yeah.
It's not a part of my being. Do you know what I mean?
And, like I personally, I couldn't give a rat's arse.
I think Beyonce is like great for what she is. Like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know all the deep stuff or whatever on the internet was at, but like when it comes to talent and putting maybe early days, I don't know
Good
about now.
quality stuff.
Good quality, working hard.
Beyonce's
all-
talented, like.
all of
It's
those things are good
undeniable.
fundamentals, and I think that those things should be applauded. But if there's anything else going on, I don't know how well I can commend her on that.
Yeah,
So, I
if,
mean,
if you watch Black is King, there's no way you can watch that. Is it?
What is Black is King?
That
The documentary, music, extended
Showing
music
off
video
black.
thing. Like,
Oh, yeah?
there's no way you can watch it and not feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Really?
Like, I felt uneasy.
What
first
about
5
what?
minutes,
Like what are they
It's
doing?
just bare like
She's like
ancestry,
ancestors, gods, Shango or Shun, like water spirits. And she's calling herself these
It
evil.
was the same way when
spirits or whatever.
Kanye went Yeezus. That was a very uncomfortable time for me. I
It
didn't.
was,
I
and
don't like that.
It's the
like,
exact same
phase of
thing.
him.
It's the exact same thing.
I think
And people are really even pissed off at the God Did performance.
Yeah,
At
that
the
they were
Grammys.
mimicking
yeah, the
Last
Jay-Z,
Supper.
I think, yeah,
Yeah,
the Last
they
Supper,
moved
yeah.
to The Last Supper.
I think it was that woman that said, the preacher woman that said, he calls himself Jay, and then his name's Hova, yeah, right. But
Doing too much.
see, some things I look at some things and like that's a stretch, and then some things are like, okay, sometimes the enemy makes things. He puts things in plain sight, and so you
not
like
a
so you would just call it a stretch, but really and truly, like I'm literally doing a series about deception. Deception never looks like deception. Do you know what I mean? If you could clock it, it won't be deception.
Like
So
even most of these people lately, they've been performing in red.
yeah, it's mad,
Maybe we should change this color.
Like,
guy. Man,
Deception also has to have a level of truth to it. It's not that it's a lie. Like deceiving is not technically a full lie. Like some part
It's
of
half
it,
truth.
some part
Yeah.
of it, you need to be able to resonate with,
Yeah.
so that it will blind you to the part that you're missing.
I saw a video of like my TikTok is very full of like God-centered stuff here.
yeah.
Come on, my guy.
Come on,
they're
man.
the same, but
Believer.
I'm trying to sway away from that a bit.
Christian
But-
TikTok is a bit
Wait, not like that.
I mentioned
Not like that.
I mentioned a weird rabbit hole.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
too much now.
I'm mentioning like Christian conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And that's a weird place to be.
Yeah.
But this guy was just like he pointed out many. This guy pointed out a lot of weird things. The weekend?
Yeah.
There was the concert. His concert was up on stage and all.
And Satan flashed at the
Fam,
back.
you just flash Satan.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the word Satan just flashed up on the screen.
Class.
And I was just like, wait, I didn't catch it. Did you see that? I said, what? Like, someone moved on stage. I had to play the video 3 times. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like Satan flashed up. That's not
That's in your subconscious.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Because that's what they do in like a lot of like psychological studies and stuff. Like when it comes to like memory and trying to
Yeah.
remember stuff and associating things,
Yeah.
they flash things. They don't really keep it there for you to like take it in. They flash it and then they show you a picture of something or something else that you will associate with what's just flashed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like,
It's mad.
and these are the people we are going to go and see live.
Yeah.
Not me.
Bro, I haven't actually gone to the only concert I've like proper gone to was Dave. Like
And Dave
in like 2019.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Crept and Conan in the academy. I don't really call them concerts, weirdly enough.
His get-togethers.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Oh, 50 Cent. We got free tickets to that. That's why. I wouldn't have ever paid for
No, never.
50 Cent.
I went to Burner as well.
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
I've been
One night
like
now, he's coming up in that game.
But he's coming up. Coming
Oh,
up.
what?
Oh, listen,
He's a Geo. He's the general overseer there.
Because I said it was spiritual.
wait, I went to it. What are you on about?
I don't know.
Spiritual in what way?
Yeah.
No, like you felt the music.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
you-
because
okay.
it was his music is a motive
Music
though.
is a gateway to the soul. If you didn't know
100%.
that.
We know that.
That's what they're taking in.
Dangote studio.
I don't know, but
When
I don't
that song
know.
played.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or whatever, but I'm not really feeling the FOMO because I
Same.
I was
Same.
on Ticketmaster to get tickets for Chris Brown. I kept refreshing it because it wasn't giving me good
Same.
seats. I don't want to sit if I'm gonna go home. I don't want to sit in an anywhere seat. You get me? That
Yeah.
stressed. Like
Did you go, Chris Brown?
No. I literally had I was on it for about 20 minutes. Couldn't get the tickets I wanted. I was like I'm not going, bro.
Like if this was like 4 years ago,
I'd be
I'm buying
screaming.
those Chris Brown tickets.
Even after
Yeah,
when people
yeah.
I don't
went,
really care, like,
even
I
after
don't-
when people went saying it's late, they wanted to go in March. I was like, I would like to go in March. And I was like, if I don't go, like I'm alright. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I think.
There's a few artists though. I think it's maybe there's an
It's,
artist.
he's not for me. J. Cole
Yeah.
would be. J. Cole came. I'm definitely seeing him.
Can I want to pivot slightly. Well, still not on Chris Brown, not on the like performance thing. But Chris Brown, I was seeing like obviously there's a lot of like people. There's divided opinion about like okay, yo, have y'all forgiven him now or
Did he do me anyway?
I was gonna say
no?
who's-
But hear me. Is it? I'm just we're having a discussion now. I'm not on anyone's side. Is it a thing where okay he did wrong and we know and he knows and everyone knows he did wrong. Some are saying he did that 16 years. I don't know 2009. That's when he did it. But then other people are saying yo, there's accounts of other women saying
There's accounts.
he has a pattern of this,
He has a
right?
pattern, yeah.
So I'm asking, is this something that we all just choose to ignore because it's breezy and we like his music? Wait, same way we did it for R. Kelly. Now R. Kelly, No. Here. Let me. Nobody will let me learn. No, hear me. R. Kelly only really got cancelled when he went to jail. Like really and truly, like.
R. Kelly's cancellation happened in the last 7 years.
Yes, and he accounts have been out about this thing since 03.
People have been known about.
Yeah, but with Chris Brown, I feel like we didn't ignore it. He got his punishment. The guy couldn't come to Europe or to England for how many years?
He's only I think
Like,
this is
girls hated him. He was not liked.
Some still do hate him. I'm saying he got grabbed. He got grabbed for the one time he did his thing. The other times there's accounts of other things, right? That people.
But those girls aren't Rihanna though. That's the difference.
Yeah, okay.
It's
There's
not
okay.
good,
As
it's
a
bad,
woman,
but they're not
yeah,
Rihanna.
that's a really good point. As a woman, there's two parts of this, right? Me personally, I don't really take other people's headache on my head. If it's something that I feel and it's a decision that I've made, I don't really listen to Chris Brown too tough for me to.
Yeah.
Once again, back to their Beyonce thing. If I had to, I wouldn't have to mourn them if somebody told me to cut them off, right?
Yeah.
But there is that thing that certain type of women in a certain status or that look a certain way, do get more remorse from other people or people feel a certain way towards them. So I definitely hear it in that sense. At the same time, like, how many people are actually looking for this information? Is it something that's actually in plain sight? Because back again, like, a lot of the information, the decisions that we make are not our own decisions. It's when media puts it out there so much. Like, media ran for Rihanna. That's why we felt like we need to feel something. Because a lot of domestic shit happens regardless. So for me, if you're going to ramp about Chris Brown, hold that for everybody else. Because the same way people have for women of a certain status, people do the same shit for men of a certain status, but don't check their friends.
Can I? So we'll get into that part you just said there in a second. But you said if you're going to hold the same thing for Chris Brown, hold it for everybody else. What if you say... Obviously, R. Kelly is not the same thing, but if you hold the same thing with R. Kelly, would you aren't you supposed to hold the same thing for everybody else?
If you do, but once again, you made a very good point that R. Kelly really only became cancelled when he went to prison because of how the media pushed it.
Yeah.
So the media didn't cancel him. And then we chose to cancel him.
Yeah.
So figure out your own beliefs and figure out what you want to do.
Everyone's
and do
a
it.
hypocrite.
Exactly.
Everyone's a big,
So do
big
you get me?
hypocrite.
So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear people being loud if you're not consistent being loud, and we're not. That's the reality.
Chris Brown did something really stupid, I believe, recently. I think a few days
Posted on
ago.
a story or something.
Posted on a story.
The Grammy winner.
No. He posted on a story recently saying.
People that have done the same thing that he did.
Yeah, you know, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone heard Christian and Blueface.
Yeah.
She literally said, "Oh, you man are still coming at me for something I did when I was 17.
Yeah.
But you man are like taking
Watching,
it
taking in
because
Blueface.
it's entertainment.
Yeah.
For me, it's very stupid for him to
Just shut
Yeah.
up.
just shut up. Right?
Yeah.
But I understand. To be honest, I don't understand the frustration. But at the end of the day, you did do what they said you did.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the kind of thing that it's been years now.
I know. I hear
The
it.
person I did it to, she's forgiven.
I know,
She has
I know.
her second child on the way.
Bro, don't act holier than thou. Don't come out here doing as if like her face wasn't actually beaten as a result of what you did.
Yeah.
Do you get?
I think what Chris Brown was just trying to say is like, you guys get over it, man.
Yeah,
But that's not in his power. Like
Yeah,
you can't as an abuser, you have no right to ask us to get over what you did. Do you get what I'm saying?
But like,
Not
not to
what
say,
the internet is like though.
but not to say.
I know.
Not to say that there wasn't truth to what he said, because there was.
Of course.
Because the truth
No,
of the
but
matter
no,
is,
I think-
everyone is consuming Krishan and Blueface like
Not everybody.
it's.
Me, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
But like the same type of people that would speak negatively on Chris Brown would watch the Krishan and Blueface and not say anything to Blueface.
Yeah,
you get what I'm
that's the
saying?
element of
So-
truth that you're talking about.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's calling those people out and saying like, listen, like if you're gonna treat me as an abuser, treat us all the same.
But
I just don't think Chris Brown should have been.
He should not be saying that.
Exactly.
I heard like I think
Krishan, Blueface literally said,
yeah.
you beat the wrong bitch.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
That's crazy. Yeah, he said it. He replied it.
Rihanna was like the
And
people's girl.
Krishan was like laughing behind
Exactly.
the
Because
thing.
yeah, you beat the wrong bitch.
I think-
Because we
I
might
think-
have done the same thing, but it doesn't mean we should.
I think I was listening to Tim Ross. I think he was talking to, I can't remember who he was talking to. I think it might have been the sex therapist, and he was saying that so for example, if you cheated on your wife, you don't get
sex
to
therapist.
It's a sex therapist. I was listening to last week.
you don't have any. It's all in her court.
She determined
Yes.
what was there's a way he phrased it like
The reconciliation or something
exactly.
like
Yeah,
they get to determine what you
The
have
rules
to
of the
do.
game or something. Yeah.
Even like 20 years down the line, and she's still back
Yeah.
to
that. No,
her.
however, the difference is because you and your partner, you're working within your home. When you're a celebrity, for example, Chris Brown, Rihanna, now he's in the court of us.
Yeah.
It's not just their court. It's not just Rihanna and him. Maybe Rihanna and him are fine, but we're all putting our two cents in it. So that point doesn't actually transcend to this one because he didn't hurt us. So we're not the abused. In
Wait,
this
obviously he
situation.
didn't abuse us.
But the issue is we only got to witness something that we shouldn't have, technically speaking, if you know what I mean.
Also, in the way the media pushed it out, because there's
Exactly.
parts of the media who's saying that it was very equal.
Like
until-
50-50.
Yeah, obviously he's a man. Do you get me? No.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a woman, don't put your hands. Woman, don't put your hands on anybody. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying she got what she deserved or whatever. I'm just saying that.
So
we saw
are you
the
saying-
media like demonize him,
Of course.
where she could have been in the wrong as well.
But are you saying that he shouldn't tell us? He's like.
He should shut up first of all.
Yeah, that's my point. Like,
But what I was saying about your point with Tim Ross is that.
that's in the marriage.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that we get to
It's
determine
within a
how we do
private
whatever.
marriage. That's the
Fair
that's
enough.
the thing. It's
Yeah.
within a
The
private
media is
marriage.
going to be the media. Public are going to be the public.
The issue
No,
is
I think his point was like,
Don't- you don't get to-
yeah,
You don't get to say like get over it. If I don't want to get over it, I want to
Yeah,
continue
but
to do
say-
this.
To Rihanna, not to us.
Yeah.
Say it's 20 years down the line and she's still not over it. Not Rihanna now, the wife.
Yeah. You leave the marriage.
Leave.
No, if my wife is not over,
Like in 10 years, 20 years.
well, but that's what I'm saying. It's based on my decision on cheating. That this is my consequence.
Yeah.
Whether
I'll
she,
just tell her to leave.
But it's also the woman's responsibility to find a way to heal. And if you feel
if she
feel-
decides to stay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you feel like
Keep
if
in
you
mind
feel
it's
like you
for 20 years.
exactly if you
No, you can.
you can, but it's not healthy. Like that's not a happy marriage.
Not godly as well.
Do do you hear me? Like
It's not going into whole malice. Get over it.
70 times 7. I'll get it tattooed on my forehead.
Because I've seen it. I've seen it, people try to manipulate the other person to like get over it
Yeah.
quickly. Like, bro,
But it's
see,
your responsibility. It's not your fault that you were hurt. It's not whatever. But it is your responsibility to find. If I choose to stay, I have to make it work.
yeah.
Or you
If
at
I'm
least
exactly if I'm the person
Please
who's
try.
wrong in this situation, if you've reconciled, you've done everything, and I'm still holding this over your head,
Yeah.
I am now in the wrong actually.
sure.
or at least determine these are the actions I would like you to take for me to forgive. And if they've taken those actions, let it go.
You have to now forgive.
Yeah.
That's it.
But she doesn't know that. So she gives you.
No, that's it. Like, I think the healing process is you figuring that out as well.
Yeah, what would take 10, 20 years.
Yeah, it's a long.
But that's different. Is it actively
won't.
taking
My
10
God
years?
is
Is
good
it
at-
actively taking? I'm screaming. Is it actively taking 10 years, or am I just not? Like, are we not working? For example, if I say I need you to do this, I have all your passwords, I have whatever. You're communicating and you're doing whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm choosing not to let that go. That's on me now.
No, but
But
okay.
if you're still being a dickhead, that's
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's
are you calling this a choice, or is it like, I know I have all his passwords and all the things that I told him to do, but I still just can't. Like, this might be a deeper thing that she's like on a process of trying to heal from. Like, maybe it's a body image or so.
But a process is okay. Process is okay, but if you're actively not trying, that's two
Oh
different.
yeah. After not trying is completely.
That's your own fault. That's what I mean. But if, for example, if you cheated on me and the way you cheated on me, that scenario plays out again, I may get triggered by that 20
For
years
sure,
from now.
for sure.
But it's now up to me to be like, look, when this happened, this is how I felt in the situation.
Yeah.
I need from you to do this for me so that
Yeah.
I can feel secure in this situation.
Yeah.
Even though this scenario is still here, I need to know this, and this, right? That's a communication.
Yeah.
If it's, I'm literally just going out to the shop and I've done everything you've told me to say and now you're still badgering me.
Yeah.
I'm not actively trying it. That's not a process on my part.
Oh,
It's not a healthy process on my part.
Can I ask this question? This is based on healing and trauma and stuff. How is it possible to not have all the resources? No, I'm not gonna say resources. Say for example, the trauma was based on and someone that did something years ago, but you have no access to them. Maybe they're gone, completely different place, or they're not alive anymore. How do you deal with that? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you have all the tools to heal?
I
Yes.
don't think healing is dependent on anyone else,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
different.
I don't
You
think
might
it
not
is.
have the tools. Like I feel like every time I come to this place, I'm talking about my dad, but I don't have the full resources to get over certain things that happened with him in the way that maybe like it's straightforward. I talk to him, I ask a question,
Yeah.
why'd you do this? But there are still other ways that I can heal. Granted, I will still be triggered on certain days. Still be triggered on Father's Day, still be triggered on his birthday or whatever. If I have a husband or my wedding, I foresee that being a time that I'm
Yeah.
going to be triggered. However, I'm not in the same position I was when he passed away.
Yeah.
Because I have to take active steps within the resources that I have. And I have to do better with the information that I have.
Yeah, I guess do I piggyback off her is there's a level of healing you can do with like that's within your control.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And you have to do that.
Doesn't mean that you're 100% going to be over
Yeah.
it. Like, you may never be over it.
Yeah.
That's I guess that's
You may
what I was
never
trying to
be,
drive
but
at.
like there's a level you
But
can get to.
yeah, so that never being over it, is it because of the missing piece?
That's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on how much that like struck with you, that
Yeah.
could be in your DNA, literally. That like I know we throw around the word like trauma a lot, but there's big T trauma, small T trauma. But
Yeah.
like small T trauma could be literally as a child, somebody told you no, somebody took your sweets or something. Now you
And
become a
you're
selfish
chronic
child
liar. Or you're
forever.
a chronic
Forever.
Do you
liar
get
or
me?
something. Yeah.
Liar.
That's
You're a
literally
liar.
That's genuinely how it works. We decide what is trauma to us because depending on how we feel about it.
Okay.
And that could last. Like, no matter how much work you do, you just have to constantly do work every day and choose that this is how I'm going to be, this is how I'm going to, like, live my life. So it is a very active process in any type of thing you're trying to go over.
You can really never get over trauma.
No.
Some.
Or will always come back to
A lot of trauma is,
trigger you.
it's mental. Like, it changes the way your brain, like you-
functions.
Exactly. Your human body is functional so that you never get hurt again. Same thing with skin, scabs,
Yeah.
clotting. The way humans work is that we protect ourselves. Immune systems, exact same way. You get an illness, your body fights it off, and then it creates antibodies in case that comes again. Everything, same thing in your mental. Once something happens, you now create a different path to avoid that thing.
Yeah.
And even going to therapy is literally entering
That place.
That place. That's why perceived, like they say, trauma is perceived or actual lived experience. You can perceive something that never
And
happened.
yeah.
It's crazy. The brain is such
The brain
a
is a
crazy
crazy,
thing.
yeah.
I love it. Like I
I'm-
love psychology.
I that's something I want to get, but I'm just not gonna go back to college. But I'd love to.
Back to Chris Brown, yeah. That guy should
Yo, this thing is called Chris Brown.
Chris
yeah,
Brown.
but yeah, he should actually just shut up about how he
100.
Yeah.
the thing is, the thing that really frustrates me about whenever he speaks about it is
Yeah.
you've literally done something that many other people can never do. Like you beat up the queen of the time,
Yeah.
and you're still in
And you're
existence.
alive.
Yeah.
You're still releasing music.
Yeah.
People are still buying it.
Yeah.
You're still, bro. You're doing tours around the world.
Yeah.
People are still come to a concert and be like, "Oh, guys, stop talking about what I did when I was 17." Shut your.
Have you man spoken about Mason yet?
No, we haven't.
Greenwood.
Yeah.
Well, it was
It was released.
innocent.
The
innit?
charges
Yeah,
were
it
dropped.
dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, innocent.
Yeah, exactly. He's deemed innocent in
the courts,
court of law,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I think-
So that's the same situation essentially.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like him going back to play football, especially like I'm not even trying to be like trivial about it, but like this dude is a dope striker. Don't get it twisted. Talented kid. Dude,
That's the problem right there. The way, like even in the way you're about to say what you're gonna say, that's the problem.
no, okay, can I just say?
Yeah, 100%.
So-
I just want to let
No,
you know.
I'm speaking from a United fan.
Oh, exactly.
So
Keep going.
so if like to have this guy back play football for his talents, of course, no, what team wouldn't want a talented footballer? But as a human being,
Morally.
this dude, no matter same with
sicko.
Chris Brown, same with R. Kelly, same with whoever does a sick thing. I think you're a sicko, bro. Do you know what I mean? No matter your talent, you're a sicko. So I'm never going to choose talent over sicko. If this guy comes back to Manchester United, I have a problem with Manchester United.
But you seem to
okay,
be
but
more
say-
in balance. A lot of people will say the first part of what you said, and that's why I said that's the problem. Not with you, but that's the problem. Because if he was a player that wasn't valuable, you're not gonna have a conversation about the second part.
Say it was like Fred.
Do you get me? It's,
Fred, go ahead.
it's easier to demonize people that we don't see value in.
Yeah.
And that's how the world works. Like
Yeah.
you are somewhat morally balanced. That you can see objectively this guy is very good, but
Yeah.
also objectively he's done a moral wrong, shall we say?
Yeah.
Some people will override the moral wrong with the objective.
That's crazy.
talent.
That's
But
mad.
because I reckon, say he comes back and plays football, and somehow he plays for the national team England, and
There's no way he can.
No, but somehow he now scores the goals that wins them the World Cup.
Yo, forget.
The whole of England are
People-
gonna
People
No.
are ready to forget already.
What?
That's crazy.
People are ready
Even
to
as
forget
United
already.
fans, say he scored the winning goal.
Bro, I think-
say he scored the winning goal in the Champions League final.
They're celebrating,
I'm not
bro.
gonna no. Hear me. I'm not comfortable with that. Like my club be having that moral like line. Now businesses, there's no
There's no morality in
Yeah,
business.
there's no morality there.
The morality of business is money.
Yeah, it's money.
Man United.
And that's what I was gonna say.
You're still going to support Man United.
You're gonna have to mourn that. If it
I might have to mourn it.
If it
You won't
really,
support them anymore.
I'm not attached to football. I love football. I love to watch football. Like, do you know what I mean? But as long as this guy is playing in my team, I'm not comfortable with that.
and that's the thing, that uncomfortability has to supersede the feeling of joy
Yeah.
when Man United win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not a lot of people, and especially in football. Football is a very male-dominated
Yeah,
sport.
yeah.
The amount of domestic abuse that
Yeah, it
happens
happens.
when people
never know
win and lose. A lot of people like operate in the world that Mason Greenwood just came out of.
Bro.
A lot of people resonate with him. A lot of people don't even see the facts and just say, "Oh, the girl's trying to do this money." People have already started making arguments.
why did the court drop it? Like, as in, like, he must be innocent. Like, come on, guys.
Same people say F the law, you know.
yeah. Do you know, I think.
Going as far as the girl's dad was telling her to drop the case.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think last week, anyways, or 2 weeks ago, I was watching the United match, and the opposition fans were chanting about how Mason is like as a abuser and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there is that, like, I'm not going to generalize football and say like
But Giggs was an abuser for many, many years.
came out properly after he retired.
Yeah,
He
but
came out while he was playing.
but it came
Yeah.
out properly because the media didn't put it out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
And
and Frankie had loads of those things on the lock, bro.
I know. Yeah, he was suppressed. He was
Yeah.
intentionally
exactly.
suppressed.
So
He
it's not that it didn't
slept
happen.
with
We
his
just didn't know
brother,
about it.
was beating his wife.
Yeah,
He was a sicko.
He slept with his brother's wife.
Yeah.
Ryan Giggs.
yeah. Except no, as in, like, for years,
Yeah.
like it was like, yeah, in
And
there.
he's one of the greatest British players ever.
Do you know what do we think of like the crowd forgiving the offender of something? Like going back to Chris
Yeah.
Brown again. Like he did this thing with
Fun.
no, because I'm just thinking
Get
like,
over.
like when is forgiveness allowed? Do you get me? Because
When the media sells it to you.
What?
When the media sells it to you.
She's like, media.
No, because it's not a lot of our. It's not us as conditioning. Royal family. It's just pedophiles, killers, everything there. They will always be like framed as these like soft, sweet, whatever, and that's what a lot of people will buy into. That's how media works. Like,
Yeah, and the media are not ready to forgive.
Yeah,
Or there's no
they
value.
have the most power. Yeah,
And the media are not controlled by the media. They're controlled by a lot of other people in high places.
He didn't face it.
back to your flashing. They will flash a lot of images. He's gonna like if they want him to come back, watch the promotion of the positive
Yeah.
things he does.
yeah.
He's gonna come into something that you buy into and now start helping with that. Marcus, if the same thing happened to Marcus Rashford, for example, it would be very hard for a lot of people to turn on him the way Mason Greenwood did.
Yeah,
Because he's now like invested in the people.
Dude, so I had a perspective. Someone said it's almost similar to the Chris Brown thing from the Mason Greenwood thing. They said he was young, he was stupid, right? And I'm just like, yo, I think that type of thing is enabling as well. Do you know what I mean? When you say he's young and stupid, like that just means
You know right from wrong.
broski.
Also, whether you don't know right or wrong, you're now enabling that.
Yeah.
Like you it's a positive feedback loop. I do wrong, I get punished for it. I do wrong, I
Yeah.
don't get punished for it. Wow, how far can I push this?
Yeah.
I'm even looking at.
Sorry, and then you add
So no.
you had a 17-year-old with all the money in the world.
Playing for one of the biggest teams.
Yeah,
In
all this access.
in an industry that you know that you easily can lose yourself already.
Yeah, so it's just like
Like-
you're creating a monster. Yeah, you're creating a monster.
I asked a question of like, okay, Manchester United as a club, right? Are you telling these young people like, is there some sort of training? Of course, if you're sick, you're sick. Like, do you know what I mean? But is there not some like young people that are in the academy, or you're coming into the first team? You're gonna like, this is gonna be big for you. You're gonna,
No, that's why there's a high rate of suicide and mental health issues within athletes that are dropped at a very young age.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason people get as far as they do is delusion. You can't operate as a young child like in this world as an athlete or as a high achiever, elite, whatever, if you think that there's more than this.
Yeah.
If you put anything higher than this. Because when you start thinking rationally, you now realize that maybe I shouldn't skip all of these things to try play football. I don't have a balanced lifestyle. Like you can't have a balanced lifestyle, and they don't teach that because football is very toxic, and a lot of sport is very toxic. That you just keep going, you walk it off. That whole grind mentality. So if now like mental health is a big thing that's coming, right? If now I feel a way about this thing, and now they're talking about my emotions or whatever. Do you know what else now could be exposed in my emotions?
Yeah.
Because if I feel sad, it's gonna affect my game.
Yeah.
If I feel a certain way, it's gonna affect my game. So I can't feel. I have to limit how much I feel. So if we
feel
start
nothing and then perform
exactly,
at the highest level.
and then if
Yeah.
I start thinking about all of
Yeah.
these things, then how well can I actually perform in this thing?
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of good mental health.
Would you say the reward like makes it worth it?
No. It depends what you
Hold on,
want
makes
from
it
life.
worth it to who?
Like just to have that.
It depends what you want from life.
Oh, yeah.
It 100% depends what you want from life. Because it's like, for me, interestingly enough, the last time I came here was like right after I got sick, right?
Yeah.
And for me, at that time, I thought, oh, I was never going to play football again. Like, oh, life is over, whatever. I went and had a year where like I had my best diverse experiences ever. I had a great time, right? However, I went back to football now. I really enjoy being back to football, but my mindset is completely different when being back to football. Like I'm here and I enjoy this thing, but right now I don't have the mentality to go pro
Yeah.
because I want more things from life.
Yeah, so it's fun now.
So the reward for me is having a balanced lifestyle.
Yeah.
But this time, 2021, I would have been like, of course, why the hell would I want to be outside? Why the hell would I want to be hanging out with people? Like, the reward for me is putting everything aside to make that one thing. So it depends what you want from life, and it depends your enlightenment as well.
It's smart. They say a lot of footballers they actually don't like football. They're
No.
just good at it.
Really?
There's
It makes
person-
sense.
Same thing as
there's
musicians.
left back.
It makes
What's
sense.
his name? The guy with the afro, Asu Koto.
Okay.
He hated football.
Yeah.
He was just good at it.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Because
You started it because you loved it.
Yeah. And
It
then.
became a job.
Yeah. And then,
Now
yeah.
it's kind of like now I have to. Oh,
And
God.
Yeah.
Fun
Yeah. No,
job.
that's the thing that happens in music as well. I've
it's
seen.
it's a fun
yeah,
job,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a job at the end of the day. Like,
I think I was hearing another commentary on it. Like, there was someone who went to jail for abuse on his I think wife or girlfriend. Went to jail for I think he served like 6. And he's playing
same time as some LIT students, well,
which
6 years. Same time as some LIT students.
no AIT.
Yeah.
But he went in and came back and his club. I don't know if it was the same club, but a club he was playing in the FA Cup recently. Like, yeah, I think he's playing for either Sheffield Wednesday or something for abuse.
And he's still playing.
Yeah, he's still playing.
But that's the thing.
But it's not as high profile
But
as.
that goes back to the value thing.
One value
Yeah.
thing, media.
Yeah, it was quiet. I
Came out
never
quietly.
knew about it.
Entered the team quietly. No one talks about it. He's on the pitch. By the time he's already playing, it's too late to stop it from happening. So
Yeah.
Troy,
And then-
Troy Deeney went in as well.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Like gang stuff. And,
Oh.
and he's out. He's Premier League player.
But also, the media controls how much money and exposure goes to the clubs now. So if you're back to capitalism, right? If the media is saying we don't want this guy, don't support this guy, and you're listening to them, then the club are not going to play this person because now it's like it's. Sorry, I just saw that. That's tree now, crazy. The club are not they're not going to want to take a risk with their money now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's they control both sides of it.
I'm
Like
sure the club as well just slides money under the table. and
100%.
says,
I'm sure
Don't
like,
talk
in
about
the
this
boardroom
person.
in United,
100.
they're looking for a way to bring Messi.
yeah, somebody's
yeah.
job
I'm sure
right
they're
now.
looking for
Somebody's job right
One
now is
bad man PR.
how to put him back in
Yeah.
the next
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
next season.
Bad man
100%.
PR consultant.
because you're not going to get that kind of
Move
talent
like
for
Viola
another
Davis,
good-
bro.
Yeah. I think put it in the content world, right? I think as you said, we should be to a level morally balanced, you know, to some degree, you know. If you know someone that's very like, for example, take a terrible situation like, you know, one of us did something bad.
Yeah, I'm not involved. Whatever it is.
Okay. So can I say it like this? I know some people who do, I guess, content together. One of them got grabbed for like doing a madness, on a woman.
Okay.
And then obviously I think the friendship must have split, but the friendship beforehand was not demonized because it's I think assumed.
Like, how did you
How'd you not
and
know?
stuff like that,
Do you think that's fair?
No.
No.
It depends. I think it all depends, right? If it's something that was constantly known and you
Yeah.
knew it, then like, how are you friends with this person?
Yeah.
Exactly. But we also, once again, we don't know what's going on in
bedrooms.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the flip side of that is, and a lot of people don't want to hear this, right? But you can't cancel people. You need to reconcile people. Like, the person is still alive. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And a lot of the times what happens is this person will continue to go on and do worse if you, like,
Just
excommunicate them.
yeah.
Like, you need to tell them, this thing you did is wrong, and there should be consequences to what you're doing. You should not be part of, maybe you should not be the face of whatever organization
Yeah.
or whatever. You need to feel the burden, whatever it is. If it's legal, feel that. If it's socially, feel that.
Yeah.
However, you still, as a human, need to be loved. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, and maybe people might say, oh, maybe it's because it wasn't you and stuff. There's been things that happened to me as well that I would like to see the person, whatever,
Yeah.
to get me. But understanding how people work, everybody needs love and everybody needs somebody.
So Chucky on HC Pod was talking about, and Poet were having a discussion about, I think it might have been Mason. I think it might be Mason. When it said send him off to Australia, or I think it was either.
Play football in Australia.
No, as a send him.
No,
as
no,
in,
no.
they were talking
They use
about
Australia as like
send him
not-
away,
yeah.
excommunicate him, and then I think something like let the village handle him or something. I don't know if they had a chat about that, about this, but does it depend on the level of what the person did? For example, I agree, everyone needs love, everyone needs to be reconciled, but like, there's different levels to how you reconcile them.
That reconciliation could be in prison.
Okay.
And that's the truth of it. You
Yeah.
need to feel the consequence of what you did.
Yeah, reconciliation doesn't mean that you don't face the consequences.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean that.
yeah.
And a lot of people think that that's what it is. Like, if you do bad, like, once again, like, back to Christianity,
Yeah.
mercy and justice.
Different-
Like,
yeah.
You both need to be there. Like, you need to feel a just system. And when I say just, I really mean just, because just means this, depending on your race, color, class, just could mean a couple of different things.
yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And that's where complexities now come into the world, right? If
Yeah.
you do, for example, murder, rape, whatever the thing is, you need to feel whatever the full level
Of that, like justice, yeah.
you should feel that thing. However, somewhere in that, it doesn't need to be me. I'm not the one that's showing them love.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that reconciliation process, there should be, if it's in jail, that jail institution should be built in a way to reconcile this person. If they
Back
were-
into society?
No. If they were ever to come back into society.
Okay.
If they're not going to come back into society, they should live the best life
In
locked
jail.
away.
Okay.
That's how I feel. And a lot
Okay.
of people might say, kill them, do whatever. I'm not God. I don't believe
Do you
in
think
the
there's
death sentence.
anything worth death?
No.
Whatever God, if God says yes to that there is, then yeah, that's what it's gonna be. That's who I'm following.
Biblically speaking, there was some things that like the repercussion was death. Not, I don't want
It's
to.
also culturally, though.
Yes, culturally as well. Yeah. So, but so you don't think there's anything? You don't think there's anything that's like, hey, listen, he did this amount of things to this amount of people, or she did whatever it was, and that person like doesn't. Do you feel like I'm not in the power? I don't.
Like in the
no-
human mind, you might say, okay, like say if someone did a man is like killed bare kids,
Yeah.
raped bare kids, bare women, and like say 1,000.
yeah.
Would they deserve to?
Who's doing the killing? Because I like
That-
I
that's
Yeah.
what I'm-
and that's the
what
thing
I'm
now.
saying.
Now the cycle is like
Yeah.
thou shalt not kill, right?
Yeah.
Then that's what I'm saying. If we work in a democracy, we work and we believe in the structures that are obviously our society is flawed. But if the level and that legal thing says this, then unfortunately the authority that we are under in this country says this.
Yeah.
Then who am I? Like I'm not doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
who am I to go and take things into my own hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any human should have the power to sentence someone to death.
Yeah. And as we back to being
him?
Christians or whatever, if we are not the one who is going to sentence them, God is going to do the sentencing.
Yeah.
But
He
that's
gets
not
to judge anyway.
but that's not
Yeah.
enough for us as humans because for example, if someone hurt my brother, my sister, my mom or something, I obviously will want to see a madness done to them.
Yeah.
But if I'm being objective the way I would be right now in this hypothetical situation, then how I feel right now should also apply to when it applies to me.
Yeah.
As humans, it's very hard to do that
Of
when
course.
emotions come into it.
I,
you know?
'cause the reason I'm asking those questions because I'm literally watching a Netflix series about my lover, my killer, and it's like literally people who like fell in love, and the man asserted a level of control over the woman, and
Kills him.
and then eventually she probably leaves, and then he goes in a rage and then kills them, and now the family is the one doing the documentary, telling us about he only got 16 years in prison, and they feel hard done by, but they also feel like maybe I'm assuming, but it's like they want more to be done to him so they feel better.
They're not gonna feel better.
Yeah.
You're never gonna feel better.
Yeah.
Nothing. Even after you kill that person,
Yeah.
if you do it,
Killing yourself as well.
guilt now will
Yeah.
overcome you.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately like that's life, man. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the times we want to feel and get what we deserve, and we don't get that. And obviously it's easy to talk about that in a hypothetical situation, so I will acknowledge that this is hypothetical.
Yeah.
And I might feel differently and someone did the same to my sister, brother, mother, people that I loved, you know, or even myself. But at the end of the day, if we're being objective and
Yeah.
truly objective, how
yeah.
we feel now should apply to when it happens to us. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I'm gonna like it, and we need to hold space for that. Like you might not like what the repercussions are. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
those that's
That's
the way
just
the world,
yeah, it's just
do you
it's
know
just
what I
life,
mean?
yeah.
Life's not fair, man. Like
At all. Yeah. That's
Kinda deep
it's
one,
been,
bro.
yeah, I liked it. I liked it. What's
Not kill.
that? Yeah, that
I
shall
feel
not
like
kill.
as well. This might sound weird, but I also feel like killing kind of allows the person to get away with what they did.
sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay, okay.
Keep them alive and just, you know,
Let them think about it. Ponder.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Sometimes I promise you, if they're a psychopath, though, they're not thinking about it. They don't care.
Yeah,
Bro.
but solitary confinement to drive you mad. Just keep.
But they
them
might
fed.
not get that. And this is we don't control how
yeah,
people.
that's
So
true.
it's like let's bring it down a couple notches, right? Let's
Yeah.
talk about cheating. Or like when you're hurt by somebody, people always feel like, oh, I want this to do happen to them, or you want to scream at them, or you want to say something, or you're like, oh, I want them
Whatever
to
you
feel.
do will never feel good.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they don't. You might. They don't care. Like
Yeah.
most of the times, they know what they're doing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like then that's the thing for me. When I'm upset, I express it the way I want to express it,
Yeah.
not because I feel like that's what's gonna happen to them. Sometimes I've done something, and my friends are like, "That's a bit embarrassing." I'm like, "Do you know what?
Yeah.
It was." But in that moment, I needed to let that person know how I felt for me,
Yeah.
not for them. They might not rate me. They might do whatever. But to me, that's what I need to do. Now I can move on. Like it's just mourn it. I had to mourn it, and
Mourn
I had
it.
to act and grieve in that moment as that thing. But even if I cheated back, even if I did whatever, leveled up to a bad B, whatever, do you get what I'm trying
That's
to
always
say?
that's usually a facade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro, like
Yeah.
most of the time, if you're leveling up to the bad B, it means that you settled for some reason. So why you settling in the first place? That's already long. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I think I'm of the opinion that, like, for example, if it's cheating, if you know, I want to acknowledge what it affects, what it damages. That thing that it damages is a lot of things, but I think the way you go about now, kind of like presenting yourself after, is
but you're allowed to go mad though. I think you should go mad. I think a lot of the times, like people demonize people after they've been hurt because you don't know what you've triggered in that person.
What's mad?
So not like
Going mad.
obviously like within, but obviously not like breaking stuff. But like sometimes people just feel hurt, man. Like sometimes you need to
Let people
obviously
express their hurts. how
exactly.
they-
So like a lot of times people will be like, oh, why is she doing that? You know, like when girls try to expose guys and like, oh, why is she doing that? Whatever. Like,
She's
okay,
hurt.
maybe it was not the right way to do it. Maybe us
Or
that are
maybe you wouldn't do that. Way.
exactly, but maybe she needed to do that. Do you get me? But after that moment, you need to figure out a way to now do this and move on. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. That like it's not our job to decide how someone
Yeah.
expresses their hurt,
Themselves, yeah.
especially
if you
you're
caused
the one,
it.
Oh,
Ah,
man,
bro,
shut
bro.
up,
I beg, keep quiet.
100%, 100.
Bro, let's. I was gonna ask. We said we were gonna do something like the song of the week or something, but we never did it.
I
The
actually have a playlist made, but like I haven't added songs.
yeah
Yeah. Where's your ear at?
yeah we
Oh,
wanted,
that's lit.
yeah we wanted to do something like that.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it
I'll be
now.
the first ad. Let's go.
Wait, Irish artists.
No, just anybody.
Let's put anybody. I just
let's
release
do-
once a year.
Let's do Irish for a month. For the
Okay,
first
can you
month.
start after me because I don't have an Irish artist song today. Well, I do, but I wanted to say something else.
Irish
Let
artist.
me go find the playlist I made. No.
Irish artist.
Then I'll share it to this. Alright, okay, you know what? Any artist, go.
Song that I was listening to yesterday that I realized that I actually love is Gabsy Coco.
Comes to Coco. I haven't heard it.
Skin like chocolate, coco. Make she
I
feel
think-
me good. Fly in away.
Is that it? Yeah, copyright, bro.
I can keep singing if you want. Like Nigeria.
Mine will be wasted. Be humble, bro.
Bro,
Stop messing with me,
bro,
bro.
literally.
Yeah,
man,
stop messing.
Mine is in too deep.
Wasted, be humble.
bro.
Bimbo.
And he's releasing some new things as well at the moment. Yes,
Come on.
That guy is
it's crazy,
a mess,
man.
man.
Yeah.
What are you into deep?
Into deep.
Alright, for me it's Travis Arnell's BBB.
Let's go.
Hey, what? Oh, yours into
So,
the.
guys,
Bud,
let's actually do this
Bud.
every week,
She
yeah?
better
Yeah.
than Bud.
So yeah, bro. Okay.
But not on ball.
So
And I'll make it public, innit?
Yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna do it every week, guys. We're not gonna flop. I pray. Just pray
Remind
for
us
us.
in the comments
Yeah.
if you forget.
Yeah,
us accountable.
I'll link this.
Them.
I'll link this below.
Boys, we're breaking on the fast.
Yeah. Make me here. Can you make me here? What's it called?
Make me new. Make me, oh my gosh.
So
21-day fast.
we're breaking on 21 days.
That on the bottom. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, so we're breaking on a 21-day fast.
I was trying to add, but I was like, I don't know, I've had a couple ad libs.
How you are feeling about that 21-day fast?
Excited, man. Let's
Yeah.
eat veggies and fruits.
Bro, I'm not doing that with you. I'm doing 6 p.m. I'll break it at Bati.
Nah, but try it for maybe
Next week.
2 days.
Or maybe just have a day. Like if there's a day that you have like a light workload or something, if ever there's a day that has that for you, where you exactly. If like you're at home and stuff like that. Like for me, I'll try those on days that I'm not training
Doing
playing
much.
football.
Yeah.
Like exactly.
I might. Yeah. I'll probably do like 2 days this week where I'm only doing that.
Yeah.
But I still want to do the fast that I know. No, and the reason why is
Going too
because
deep.
no, the reason why is because like not eating every day till 6 is hard for
It's
me.
hard already. Like yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Really?
It's hard. Bro.
But
Guy,
also,
I'm
like,
up at
find-
7 in the morning.
Yeah. Also finding like where for me, right, it's like how can I actually connect with God? Where it's like I found like, yeah, okay, the last fast I was doing to like 3 to 4 with just like liquids. And like that was like that was the longest I've ever done it, so it was like taxing on my body for me. But I felt like more importantly it was like waking up earlier to like actually like pray and read
Yes,
my Bible.
yes.
Like, even if I wasn't waking up earlier, making
Yes.
sure I got it at the end of the day, or like actively speaking to God during the day. So like for me during these 21 days, like yeah, the food and all that is great, but I think regardless of what I'm eating or not, I think for me I'm wanting to dive deeper into the word. I think that's what I need, and I feel like to humble myself while doing that as well.
Yeah, I think my biggest change isn't the food; it's everything else surrounding it.
or even
'Cause
with
like-
it, like
Yeah, because bro, every Monday now I know the podcast I'm gonna start work with.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But
Yeah.
I can't consume all those things in
Yeah.
pursuit of what I'm looking for. Do you get me?
I think
So everything around me has to change. Kind of.
yeah. For me, I think like I understand it. I think one thing I've realized in fasting, cause I did the whole January one, and one thing I've realized in it is it's more what you guys were saying, like it's more about what you do rather than what you don't do.
Yeah.
Like you could really say no social media. I'll eat everything I want to eat, but I'll do no social media because that's probably the thing that you're just always on
But then using that time.
to fill. So I think a lot of people just starve themselves and don't fill themselves.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is
I haven't eaten today.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, you just do this what you call it, a
Diet.
hunger yeah.
like, and I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember what verse it is, or I want to say Ephesians, but I'm not going to because I'm not sure.
Misquote the scriptures.
So essentially,
In the word.
it does say like that. What I'll paraphrase: the Spirit was like sent out, but then it came back and didn't recognize the house that it come back to. So it's like if you're like
Empty, yeah.
if
I know
you're
what you're talking about,
if
yeah.
you're emptying these things, right? Like if the bad spirit comes back and everything is where you left it,
Yeah,
the door is
yeah.
open, it's just gonna fit
I
right.
think
right.
that's scripture like seven times
Yeah,
more.
he's gonna go take.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
It's
bring
7
people
times stronger than
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
And bring
that's
it
it
back.
exactly. Whereas if you come now, or maybe it was a bungalow, now it's a tree floor, whatever. It's not gonna
45.
it's not gonna
Basement.
it's not gonna understand where it's walked into because now
Yeah.
the vessel has changed.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit this vessel
For sure.
anymore. Do you know, and certain things should feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, man.
So
The fasting is very like I think it's one of those things I don't think I ever did it right before. I did. Sometimes I did it right, but when you fast from food, but you're doing like your whole day is like packed with everything else but God, it's just kind of like
There was a time I did one.
Worthless.
I was literally locked in a room for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I think I took time off work,
yeah.
and that was probably the most tangible and the strongest.
Yeah.
Like
You felt like
you could almost like I could hear. Like,
yeah. Nah, that's sick. Anyways, let's go. Where's your head at?
Oh, where's my head at today? Come back to me.
What about you, Snow?
my birthday this week.
Come on.
Wish me happy birthday in the comments.
No, literally today, as in like
Yeah,
on the
today's your
Wednesday.
birthday.
Today is his birthday.
Come on. Happy birthday, Snow.
If you want to send me a gift, ask for my address. I'll send it. Or ask
Aye,
for
man.
my number. Not in that way.
Broski, how old are you turning?
Sure.
Happy birthday, big man.
Happy birthday.
That's how you do it.
How old are you turning?
Don't worry about that, bro. I'm old enough.
They get to a certain age where you start saying, bro.
Don't worry about that. We're all old together.
Are you
Yeah.
at that age though?
Nah, he's not there. He's not completely there yet.
There you
I'm a big man, but I'm not 30.
Yeah.
Still that one, yeah?
Big man, not 30. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Where's your head up, pal?
Usher's a better performer.
Who?
Usher.
Fam, that's
Where's
low-key
your head
idol,
at,
bro.
Giant? Where's your head at?
I don't know. My head has been like, yeah, I've been underground for the last couple of months, so it's been nice just
Are
prepping,
you
trying to
back
figure
recording?
out. Sorry.
Are you back recording?
Yeah, I've been back recording since
okay.
Jan, but it's just more understanding what we're doing, purpose of what we're doing, stripping everything back, and understanding how we can do this better, like branding, like all of those things, and like the operations of what we're doing, the acts that we're doing, making sure that everything is seamless and makes sense, and that we're not wasting our energy on things that we shouldn't be, you know. So that's that's where my
I
head
realize
is
where
at.
my head is at now.
Where?
I remember. I said I realized where my head is at.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I fasted. I broke my fast because I got hungry. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the reason. And this because it was this guy I was working with. He literally said to me, he was like, "You broke your fast because you're hungry." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "So what you're saying is that God is not powerful enough to sustain you." Is that what you're saying? I was like, that's not good enough. So that's where my head is at.
Yeah.
Focusing on God. To sustain me.
or just feeling that hunger and like drawing it back, like,
Yeah,
and that's what
exactly.
I used to say is like, God, like, yes, like food sustain me, yes, I need food right now, but just remembering that ultimately I need you, and let's like we can go physiologically and like maybe I might still
Maslow's
I may
hierarchy
still
of
feel
needs,
hungry, do you know what I mean? But just in that moment, like acknowledging,
Yeah.
and then maybe still going to eat, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100.
But like that time when he said it to me, it was like a
Penny drop.
Light bulb,
yeah. It's like whoa. Like are you saying God isn't strong enough? I was like,
So he's strong, oh, in Jesus' name.
So give me
Anyways,
that burger.
dependable God.
That was on my story.
Really?
Literally, I posted it today.
Dependable God.
Community is one.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Anyway,
go.
Like, share,
Subscribe.
do all the good stuff.
wish him
Follow
happy
Hates Me
birthday.
Nesser.
Oh, follow Hayes with Nesser. Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having me, lads.
Send him money through me.
Also, yeah. Send
Send
send-
him money through me. I will give it
send-
to him. I'll pass it to him. Trust
Don't
me.
be liar.
Trust me.
Love.
I'm not deceiving you. I love.
Love you.